Alright, back with another video for you today, and another new brand or house that I have never spoken about on the channel, and that house is Bortnikov and their fragrance Sayat Nova, this one right here. This is a 2020 launch. I have 3 samples to give away to subscribers of this channel from the USA. So if you're curious to learn about this fragrance, a very, very intense fragrance, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. That's right, Bortnikov is a house I've never spoken about on the channel, but I've always wanted to check out the fragrances, and I've heard that they're excellent releases. Very, very intense experiences, and Sayat Nova is definitely an intense experience. So you'll find out all about this, but before we do that, if this is your first time tuning into this channel and you still haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So Sayat Nova was a fragrance I was very curious about because it deals with, or the name Sayat Nova is about an Armenian troubadour traveling poet known for his love songs. So since I am Armenian, I was taught about this particular person as I was growing up. So I was very, very curious to see why this fragrance is called that. And even though I still do not figure out why they would dedicate this particular fragrance to him, I guess I can see sort of what or why they would call it that. So this is a 2020 launch. Its concentration is Extrait de Parfum, so the highest concentration of perfume oils, and you definitely experience that. It's an intense experience. So one spray max will give you loads of performance. This is created by the perfumer Dmitry Bortnikov, and the style is considered an Oriental woody fragrance. The price for this is 50 ml for $350, and it's currently sold at Lucky Scent, which I have a link to in the info box. There you can go and buy a bottle or buy samples or check out the brand and learn about their fragrances. So what do we have for notes here? We've got at the top Apricot and Narcissus. In the heart, rum and vanilla. In the base, 3 kinds of oud: oud Laos, oud Bengal, oud Trat, and Oakmoss. So that's pretty much what they have listed for notes. And what do I get with this fragrance? So in the end, the featured notes are the oud Laos, oud Bengal, and oud Trat. So basically this is an oody experience, quite woody and oody. But what happens is at the top when you spray it, you do have this fruity apricot note. So for me, I don't get dried apricots and I don't get fresh apricots. I kind of get a combo of both at the top, but it's an intense apricot experience. And also you get this Narcissus note. Narcissus tends to have smoky tobacco-ish qualities, so you definitely get that here with this fragrance when it first starts with that apricot note. I do want to warn you, this is not a gourmand fragrance. It acts like a gourmand fragrance, but for me it's more of a woody fragrance, and woods are more dominant than the apricot and the fruity gourmand touches of the rum and vanilla, which come in the heart, because in the heart you experience the booziness of the rum. For me, it acts more like a apricot liqueur of some kind, because the apricot is so prominent in addition to the ouds that it's almost like you're experiencing this apricot-y kind of a liqueur, or like, you know, like fermented liqueur made with raw apricots, something like that. But it is nicely meshed with the vanilla, so there are some sweet touches in the fragrance. This is all at the top in the heart, but as I said, the main notes are the ouds, and the Oakmoss is also in the base notes as well. So you're experiencing the 3 different kinds of ouds. Now I don't know how to distinguish the different kinds of ouds that are in here, but the fragrance is very, very woody from the 3 different kinds of ouds, and also very, very smoky. The fragrance experience is very smoky, so I'm assuming the Narcissus has the smoky touches, and then also the ouds in the base also have the smoky touches. So you've got to love smoky, woody fragrances. Even though you have those sweet gourmand notes in the top and the heart notes, the fragrance experience is ultra oudy. So if those of you that don't like ouds might not like this, but those of you that like the idea of gourmands but don't like it too sweet would enjoy something like this, especially if you love ouds. Because for me, even though it is a gourmand experience, it's not like a traditional gourmand. You don't get syrupy sweet flavors of different gourmand notes like rum and vanilla with fruits like apricot. The woods just dominate, and I think what's going on is if these gourmandy notes were not present at the top and in the heart, you're going to be just in your face ouds and woods, and it might be overwhelming. So I think that what's going on with the notes is the apricot, the rum, and the vanilla are toning down all the ouds that are in the base and making for a, I guess I would call it like a diet gourmand, or you know, gourmand light kind of experience. Because for me, I was anticipating something ultra gourmandish, and even though I enjoy what I'm wearing here, it was not a full-on gourmand. It doesn't act like that. And for me, I mostly get a very, very smoky woods with sweet touches of the fruitiness from the apricot, the boozy touch from the rum, and then the vanilla sweet touches of the vanilla in the heart. A couple of other things I get, I did mention that this is ultra smoky. So there are those tobacco-ish smoky hay-like qualities, and I think that's definitely coming from that Narcissus note that's at the top, but it's pretty much throughout the whole fragrance. I mean, it acts smoky and tobacco-ish for me, so I feel like that Narcissus note is pretty prominent. Also, another thing I want to mention is that some of the notes all blended together act like really, really dark, savory chocolate. So just imagine that you're preparing to cook with savory chocolate, you know, bitter chocolate that's not sweetened. I get that kind of an experience, well, with light sweet touches. But overall, an excellent fragrance. It was such a long-lasting fragrance experience, and I feel like it's captured the oud experience really perfectly, because it's the kind of oud that I should say it doesn't go animalic, first of all. So if you're opposed to that kind of oud, it definitely doesn't go there. But it does get smoky and ultra woody, so you've got to love smoky fragrances. For me, the smoke was really, really amped up, and it was a nice meshing of smoke and fruity nuances and vanillic, boozy nuances of or touches of those notes that are in the top and the heart. So this is a great experience for me to start off with this fragrance. And the apricot, I think, makes sense for this fragrance, and with the name. The apricot is a very prized fruit in the Armenian culture, so I think that's the reason why this apricot note is at the top, and why the fragrance is called Sayat Nova. So I think that's the only connection I found with the naming and also the fruit itself. So I think it makes sense to me, but I do want to warn you, it's not an ultra gourmand fragrance. So I hear from people when I review gourmand fragrances, or I do my list of gourmand fragrances, that you can't stand gourmands, you can't stand sweet fragrances, you can't stand it really, you know, vanillic and things like that. Well, if you are opposed to those kind of fragrances, but you want to kind of dabble into them, and you really love your ouds and intense fragrances, then I would recommend something like this Sayat Nova, because it's boozy for sure, it's you know, fruity for sure, and also vanillic from the vanilla, but it's overwhelmingly oudy from the three ouds in the base. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Sayat Nova. As I said, it is available currently at Lucky Scent. I do have a link in the info box, you can go check it out. One more thing I want to say as I'm holding up the bottle, I'm seeing the color of the juice. The color of the juice right there, that's the experience of the fragrance. It's so concentrated, it's so dense that you only need one spray with this one. Literally need one spray and it'll last all day. That's how strong it is. Once again, these are my thoughts on this particular fragrance. If you are interested in participating in our 3 samples giveaway, we have 1, 2, 3 samples for 3 subscribers of this channel. Please write down what you thought about this review. What did you like about it? Let me know what you like about the idea of Sayat Nova from Bortnikov. And also please put your state. Please follow the rules and make sure you're subscribed. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching today. Let me know what your thoughts are on Sayat Nova. Have you sampled it? Do you like it? Do you know the brand? Let me know what fragrances you recommend from this house so I can check them out. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Please do like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.